Welcome back to the vlog. It's supposed to rain today. I think 100% chance for about 10 hours. So Ashley and I are going to clean the house and then go to the grocery store for a bit. And then I would like to head out to the workshop and start building her picture frame for her artwork that you saw last week. So I think I'm able to announce this now, but my brother-in-law and sister and their 2 kids are moving up to our area. And I am heading up the road here to see the house they're going to rent for a while. Here it is up here. Now next Saturday they're going to be up and we're going to be moving them in here. So I'll probably bring you along for a couple clips of that. Should be entertaining. But it's a nice little place. I think they'll be quite happy here for a while. Now the back porch is really nice here. You can see nice and big. So looking forward to having them up here. Like I said before, my brother-in-law is a much more scientific-minded person than I am, and so he should bring some fun content to some of the videos on Land to House. So look forward to that. When I was growing up, I used to hike a lot around my parents' house within a few miles, and there's a bluish purple rock over here in the woods. It's quite large. And I thought that I would bring the drone out and go fly to it. Now I forgot to bring the SD card for the drone, so I'm gonna pull the one out of the GoPro here, and I hope I don't lose it. I remember that rock being a lot closer than that, but at least you get an idea of what it looks like. It's really fun being up on top of that, being able to look across things, but now that I have the drone, that's even more fun. The Phantom 4 advertises 3 miles flight distance, but here in the mountains with all the trees and all the mountains in the way, I'm really lucky to get 2,000 to 2,300 feet or so. So nowhere near the 3 miles it says it can fly, but it's still fun. Yesterday, Em and I went out to the garden spot and planted some crops for this upcoming growing season. And I was gonna bring you along. When I reached for my GoPro, the battery was dead. So did not get any footage of doing that. I was gonna make a video showing the garden and all that process this year, but with a newborn, I'm realizing that I'm not going to have the time to really put into the garden like I would like to. So I just went ahead and planted without really filming. Did watermelon, cantaloupe, purpless cucumbers, did some kidney beans, sweet peas, corn, a few other things. Some zucchini, I don't think I planted squash. I don't have squash that Ashley and I like. We don't really care much for the crookneck, and that's all I have. So anyway, we'll see how well those grow, and it should be a good year. It's raining a lot, and I have high hopes for the garden. Let's see what else. With my work, we went up to Mount Mitchell, which is the highest peak east of the Mississippi River, and got a few little clips so you can enjoy those real quick. Yesterday I stepped out here to the workshop to work on Ashley's picture frame, and I was filming but made too many mistakes to continue with the video. So here's the main thing I forgot was I had got this corner here, but because I shaved this off all the way, there's nothing for the pocket holes to attach to. So I'm having to re-cut that, but then leave this last little section untouched. But you can see that's kind of the design I'm going for with this picture frame. I'm going to have the groove cut here so that the 30 by 40 will fit right inside of that. And I'm going to put the trim work on top of that here, and that'll be more support around the edges. But I'll show you the finished result here in a bit. Do you remember when I said it was supposed to rain for 10 hours? It's supposed to rain today. I think 100% chance for about 10 hours. It rained for 3 days straight. So I have not really accomplished much this week. Got Ashley's picture frame done, and I'll show you that here in just a moment. But today, it's not as bad. It's a little cloudy, but not raining. So I'm going to try to tackle this first square here and get some sand and pavers put in. One good thing about the rain is it helped to fill in some of the gaps down here, and it's actually doing pretty good. So no more movement in the frame. So I'm going to get to work using the mattock to pull up some of this dirt and get this leveled out for pavers. One downside to all the rain we just got is that my sand got soaked and it's not going to spread. But I at least plopped it out here, and apparently I'm going to have to get some more because this is not going to be quite enough to fill in the gaps here, but at least I can get started. Spread it out thin enough that when it does dry, it'll be easier to get into the cracks of these blocks here. Like I mentioned earlier, Emma and I were able to get out here in the garden and plant various things. But I had planted some sunflowers and other flowers along this strip right here. And as you'll see, with the big rain we just had, some of that is getting washed out. And I do not want that, especially later it'll be washing into the garden and it'll be just a disaster. So my thoughts are, what if I take the shovel and the mattock and make a little trench here? Well, you see my grass is growing up top, but I haven't planted any more down here yet. I need to. It's just grass is expensive. So all the water runs down the hill and is washing into the garden. So it actually is a downhill slope that way, just barely. So what I like to do is dig a trench from this side of the garden, right about here, and head down towards that side over there so that the water will just drain off. If I have to, I can get some of my rocks in my rock pile over there and make a trench. But for now, I'm just going to dig it, and hopefully it'll keep this year's rainwater away from the garden. I'm going to have to take the trench around the corner a little bit there, but this side is pretty well done. It comes down here. This is where the silt really likes to fall down and hit here. So hopefully it'll get to this point and then just take on off down the hill there. And testing out the Chsnnel's pretty good. They're a bit heavy with this much mud, but they're doing well. Well, we just got the picture put up that Ashley has purchased. She really wanted the canvas version, so it would be like you're actually there. But since we're poor, she's got this one instead. I like it. The frame turned out nice. No video because I made several mistakes while I was making it and just scrapped the video, but I like it. What do you think?
I like it.
Pretty good? What does the supervisor think? Is it good? It's time to eat? Well, good. She's smiling, so it must have been all right. She wants us to go to ancient Egypt and see it in person.
I think so too.
It's
What
a
about
good plan.
ancient Egypt? We don't have a time machine. We don't have a DeLorean. Be realistic.
I have a DeLorean. It's on my office desk.
Shut up.
So one time Ashley was writing a story and she said, "Meanwhile in ancient Rome." I've never let her live that one down. It's like, meanwhile, 4,000 years ago.
Hey, I can't help that. I have random ancient facts.
Well, that's all of that. I think it's about bedtime for all of us, so we'll see you tomorrow. We just got back from Ashley's last doctor appointment, and she received the check of approval, so she is good to go now and won't have to go back to endure any of that stuff for another year. That is, unless some crazy miracle happens and we decide to get pregnant again.
Yeah,
Which, yeah, we decided that's not gonna happen. Ashley's sitting in the back to feed Emma as we drive because apparently we're in some kind of traffic jam and it's taking us about 3 times as long to get out of town as usual.
All we want is sushi.
Yeah, a lot of times when we come to Asheville we get sushi, and we're going to give that a try today if we ever make it out of the city. When we get home, I would like to close out the vlog by showing you something we just purchased. It's the Lily Baby baby carrier, so that should be fun. I hope you enjoy that if we ever make it home. Well, we finally made it back from Asheville. It took us 55 minutes to go about 2 miles, which is ridiculous. So definitely a lot longer than we were hoping to be there, but we did pick up something. I did show you earlier the Lily Baby carrier. Thought that I would pop this open real quick and get Emma in there and see how well she likes it. Our thoughts were that, that's an awesome camera, we would be able to do more stuff if she is safely wrapped up on us like this. So let me get this opened up and we'll get her in here and see what she thinks. This is supposed to be the all season, which means it has various options that can be removed for the comfort of the baby. Mesh pieces, but I'm sure we'll get into that more as time goes on. She's not too happy about it because we woke her up to get her in here, but I'm sure you'll be seeing her in this a lot because it is fairly comfortable, surprisingly. It's got nice back support, and now the hands are both free to do dishes or whatever I need to. So it's got this nice strap here to keep her head from bobbling around. But anyway, what do you think, Emma? What's that gonna do? She just wants to go to bed. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I really had a fun time filming, and I really hope you enjoyed the intro with the flight above the clouds. It was fun. Any thoughts for you this evening?
I'm just tired.
Tired? Ready for bed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Subscribe to my channel. Glitz and Glamour.
Yeah, I know I've already plugged her channel before, but she has vlogs, and I was watching her most recent vlog, and I think in, 3 vlogs now?
Yeah.
She is better at it than I am. So if you want to see a different angle of the homestead here, then go check that out. I'll have a link down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.